live with it. So, good morning. It's yours truly, Marky. It's a beautiful day here so far. Well, this morning it was raining. Now the sun's out. Nice little breeze. It's not bad. It's okay. It's not bad of a. I mean, it's okay. It's good weather. It's not that bad. I actually should pull that thing towards here. Shit. I'll be right back. Okay, cool. That's better. Put that out in the sun to dry. Oh, oh good Lord. Good Lord help me. All right. Hopefully we get something. If not, I'm just gonna have to do it that way, which is cool. Should I? Shouldn't I? Hmm. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get enough. We'll see. We will see. Somebody's playing music. Somebody's playing musical. Oh, hey, Lucky. How you doing? Actually, that's a good idea. I should do that. Hmm. That's one thing that's always around here is birds all day, every day. See, they're very smart. They know Diamond's food's not around anymore, so they come around here because they know that I always have. I sometimes I throw like scraps over the wall into the trees for the stray cats and the birds if I'm in the mood to give it to them. At the end of the day, it's just a little bit. So sometimes they come around more often. I gave the stray cat that's out here is a scruffy looking gray cat. He don't belong to anybody. I know he doesn't. Cause I've seen him on the wall, like I've seen him everywhere throughout the night. I feel bad for him, so I gave him a lot of fish the other day. I gave him raw fish, like all the cut off pieces. I made sure there was no burns in there. And I gave him all the bloody parts, and they love that shit. They don't care. He ate the whole thing. I gave him like 10 little pieces, and he ate them all. And I heard the little tray, the little plastic tray I put it on. I heard it fall because he must have said, yeah, he must have been licking it and just fell off the tree. I mean, it fell off the wall, the plate, not him. But yeah, he was happy as shit. He must have been like, this guy never gave me this fish. Yeah, I don't mind giving him leftovers and stuff. If I have it, I'll give it because Diamond's not here anymore. So because she's not here, I just go out of my way to give the stray cats and the chickens and the roosters down the hill all the leftovers. I don't mind. At the end of the day, I don't want to put food in the trash. That to me is a sin. So I'd rather give it to the animals that have nothing outside. A lot of people would disagree with me because they don't want me to feed these stray animals around here because then they're gonna stay around here. I don't care. They can say whatever they want. There's no law against me giving stray animals food. So I know these neighbors, they're a bunch of idiots. They don't care about animals. And they all have dogs, so they don't want no cats around here. Me too. I don't want no cats around here either. When I had Diamond, it was a pain in the ass. Now she's not here. I don't mind feeding the stray cats. I feel bad for them. I wouldn't dare do that when Diamond was around because then if I bring cats around and she's gonna be all irritated and then she's gonna go crazy and then hurt herself. But even the chickens are they want the chickens want food so badly you could tell. And then when I pull up now and they see me, they come running out to the van as if to say, yes, this guy gives us food. Which I don't mind. They deserve it. They were put into the world like everybody else. So I try to help them and feed them and stuff by helping them out. There's nothing wrong with that. They're nice cats anyway. They don't do nothing wrong to me. I'm good with it. Yeah, some cats they take everything literally. See, they cats are dangerous because they can jump on you and claw you and grab you, and to get them off of you is hard. Dogs only have the bite. See, but those fuckers they can grab you and really hurt you. One time, this cat hurt my mom. This black cat, he had green eyes. My mom like went to go pet him. He was a stray cat, and my mom said that the cat looked at her and started to attack her, grabbed her leg and bit her, scratched her all up. She started crying and she hit the cat with the broom, and the cat took off. Then the cat came back a couple of days later, tried to get her again. And then I chased the cat out with water. I had like a hose and I hosed his ass to get him away. And he never came back. And then somebody hit him with a car at the bottom of the hill. So I was like, that's what you get, you little fucker. I don't wish no cats to die or anything like that. But if they're bad fuckers, then they deserve it. They bit my mom, so fuck them. But it happens. It's all good. Where my mom lives is usually a lot of stray cats around, but we ain't seen none. Ain't been no cats around there in years. But here we got plenty. I've seen one, two, three, four. I've seen five stray cats around here. I haven't seen my buddy Flipper. I haven't seen him in like a couple of days now. I don't know what he's doing. Hopefully he's all right. I think he belongs to somebody, but I'm not sure. But the scruffy one, he's always around here. That scruffy gray cat. I wish I could wash him because his fur looks so nice, but he's all scruffy and shit. But I'm not trying to get close to no animals no more. Fuck that. I'm sick and tired of mourning animals, and it's bad enough I have to mourn what I already gone. So I'm done with that. Yeah, probably. But I love the cats around here because they catch all the mice and the rats and shit. I haven't seen no mice and rats around here forever. We used to have a big problem here with rats and mice, and then the government came here and put all these poison traps around, and they disappeared. Then I saw one in the last year. There was like one in the pool, a little small one. So he must have like jumped in the pool from getting chased by the cat. So then I scooped his ass out and threw him away. But um, the my favorite cat is Flipper. We call him Flipper because he flips over and over like that, when he gets all like excited. And I haven't seen him in a couple of days. Usually he's at the neighbor's yard, hanging out underneath the car. Then he'll be underneath my van here chilling. Then he'll see if I have food for him. Then my nephew gives him food. Sometimes he hangs around by the pool. So I haven't seen him in a few days, probably because the weather was bad. But usually he hangs around here all the time. But I haven't seen him. I wouldn't mind feeding him now because um, Diamond's not here. So I'd feed him, make sure he's all right. I'm gonna go for a ride on my bike to the bottom of the hill and give the roosters and the chickens some bread. I have some leftover bread here. I'm just gonna give it to them. I always try to give them some. I feel bad for them. There's like two farms down the bottom of the hill, and both farm owners don't want me to feed those chickens. They've already put it like in the neighborhood not to feed them. I'm like, I'll feed whatever I want. Give a fuck. Tell me what to do. These things are poor things are here starving. You want them to go eat your crops or you want them to eat my bread? There's no law, so they can't tell me what to do. I mean, I can check. I mean, that's what I'm here for is to try and predict the future. But politics is something that is very tricky to predict because people, you know, cheat. People take over countries about people caring. Look what happened in Venezuela, and look what happened to Trump his second term. They robbed his fucking votes and shit. They're gonna try and do it again this time. So politics is something that it's a 50-50 thing. I could be right and I could be wrong due to the politics and the tricks that they do. That's something that can be read, but if it doesn't happen, then that's spirit not wanting people to know the truth. Hey Dan, how you doing, bro? So there's certain things that can be read and say, oh, it depends on the politic question. Because when people on here asked me to predict if Trump was going to win, and I said yeah, the card said yes, so and he won. But it was kind of like it was kind of like a no brainer. I didn't even need the cards, but politics, pregnancy, genders, those are all things that, and health are all things that can be compromised in a reading. Some people are very good, they can predict it. I've predicted many times, but there's been some times where it hasn't happened. But that's just something the way it is. Oh, that's good, Dan. See, our prayers came through. No spread to the great toe. If I read the report correctly, oh God, put your damn glasses on, man. I need to get better glasses too. I've had these glasses for 5 years in a row. I just refuse to get better ones because I can see everything. It's just after a while, my vision like gets tired or things get blurry and I can't read certain things. But I have a method for all of that. I just put in a bigger screen. My coffee's almost cold, but it's only a little bit left in here. I know that. You have to make sure it still works. I get it. It's when you wake up in the morning and nothing's happened, then you got something to worry about. Well, Lucky, the question you need to ask yourself is no matter what politics, whatever the politic or politician outcome is, right? Whatever the outcome is of a politician or a government, your business can be successful no matter what. Your business depends on you, not the government. All you got to do is pay the government for your business, like I do. I pay for my pension, I pay for my payroll tax. And in the 20 years I've been on my own, I've been through two governments. And they both, people's like, oh my God, this government's going to do this. No, it doesn't affect your business because you do the work, not the government. All you have to do is pay government fees. The government can't do anything to your business unless you don't pay. So the government is never going to be a problem to your business unless you have a business that pertains to the government. But all the government's going to do is ask you to pay your fees and your taxes by law when you have your own business. Yeah, exactly, Dan. See, at your age, that's an accomplishment. Oh shit. I tell that to people all the time. The government never interferes in my business because they don't care about me. I'm by myself and nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares about, my business. I'm just one man, doing what I gotta do. And the best part is I work on here part-time and I'm about to be a part-time DJ again. So part-time and part-time can make a full-time. And then when people ask me to do work for my maintenance business, I'll do work there and make more money that way. That's what my plan is for this year. So far, it's been okay. Yeah, sometimes people do that because they don't know, or they just do it just to say, hey, I don't mind paying these taxes, and it's best to overpay than underpay, than they think you're trying to fuck them over. But every 3 months I have to pay payroll tax, and every month I have to pay social insurance pension. So it's not that bad for me to pay those things. It's not hindering me. It's not bothering me at all. So I really don't care what the government does or which government comes in or who's doing what. It's not gonna affect me because the only two bills I have to pay the government is theirs, and the rest is mine. So I don't really give a fuck what these people do. But I know here and everywhere is different, right? But in Bermuda, it's very simple to have a business here. You just gotta work and pay your shit. And now for small business owners like myself, you only pay 0.5% of 48,000 in 3 months. So if you don't make $48,000 in 3 months, right? Because if you divide, that by three, that's even hard to make, $12,000, $13,000 a month anyway here. If you're by yourself, you're not really gonna do that unless like you have a lot of work and you have, more employees. But if you're by yourself like me, you'll never have to worry about paying a high payroll tax. So what I do is I put a little bit every month that I make, which is true, and then that's it. And if I don't make a lot of money on my business, then I'm not paying no payroll tax. And if I do, I'm paying the bare minimum, which is like $60. So that's not bad. So, you know, that's just it. People got to understand that that's just the way it is. Everybody worries too much about what the government's doing. Worry about your own business and you ain't got to worry about nothing. Just work. You know? All right, Lucky, you said, well, this college friend of mine who recently reconnected with me helped me out on my business, like she said, because I'm willing to help her out in her career. That sounds shady as it is. What am I going to do with you, woman? Yeah, exactly, Dan. Yeah. Yeah. I got all good cards here, Lucky. I'm getting that her husband will help you out because you've helped her and her husband. They'll help you negotiate. They'll help you, like, overcome any obstacles or challenges. They'll be there when you're successful and they'll help you negotiate or help you, like, do whatever. I got the 10 of Pentacles, so that's the highest money card. So they can help you make money, get money, or they can, like, help you in any which way that you need help in because you've helped them. So it looks like the husband, I got the King of Wands here. It looks like the husband is very keen on helping. He's very honest. He's a good businessman, a good friendly person. It looks like he'll, like, help you in any which way that they can. In the back of their minds, they're thinking that I hope this is not a loss, and I hope that we can help Lucky and she can help us. That there's like a fear or uncertain outlook on it. Like they don't want to help you and then it doesn't work because then they'll be like, fuck, we invested into something that didn't work. So there's a fear or uncertainty about the whole outlook of it. But as far as answering your question, yes, they'll definitely help you. They'll definitely help you if you need it. And the husband is very happy to do that for you, and they'll help you with any gains or success. And like I said, 10 of Pentacles in that type of answer is telling me they'll help you succeed. They'll come together to help you. but there's still an uncertainty of like an outcome, you know. So, but the husband seems like a good person because I got the King of Wands upright. So that tells me that he'll help. He can negotiate with you on prices or things and help. So it looks like these people can definitely help you if you want it. I got all positive cards. Now the only thing I get is, like I said, they're uncertain about helping you because they haven't seen anything from you, you know. So until your business actually, gets up and running, or gets to a point where they see, then they'll be, happier to help, or they'll be more keen on helping because they know that, it's already in the making. So yeah, I got all positive things there. Me personally, I didn't think it was going to be positive, but it was. I got all good cards here: Seven of Wands, King of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, all upright. So they have an uncertain outlook because they don't know if you're really going to help them and they're going to help you. And then they're like, you know what, we can do this. We can help her. If she helps us, we'll help her. And maybe we can all help each other and make money and have something good. The Ten of Pentacles is coming together and helping each other in this, answer. So I would say, yeah, let them help you and you help them, and then it'll be fun. And like you are asking the question because you're uncertain, they're also uncertain as well. Because, until there's like when people say they're going to help you and they actually do it, then that's the actual, you know, getting into it and actually doing it, right? So some people have to see action in order to keep going. So if you do your part, they'll do theirs. So the uncertainty gets, put underneath the rug. So, but I got all positive things though. Oh, there you go. Just be patient and let it all come together. That's all. Just don't aggravate anybody on your process. And then if you don't do that, then you'll be fine. I have to learn that too because I'm being very patient, waiting for my music that I've paid for. And the guy just like takes his sweet time getting it for me. And then he gives me excuses and then I get pissed. But I ended up getting everything in the long run. I just have the world is on my time, not your time. The world is always like if you ask for something, a lot of people don't go out of their way to get shit because they don't give a fuck about you like that. And you could be a great customer and some people still don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I've noticed that in the last year or so, I've noticed that you want me to go out of my way for you, but when I ask you to go out of your way for me, it's a problem. So I only cater to people who actually get shit for me that I ask in record time or in the least amount of time. But there's the but people have to go through other people to get shit for you, then it's no longer that person's fault. It's the person's fault that goes to see the other person, and then that person you have that he has to be patient with that person. That person has to be patient with that person getting the shit, and then you got to be patient with the people that he's being patient with or her being patient with. So then it hits a process because people don't really go out of their way anymore to do things for people and do it fast and do it sufficient and give you quality service. A lot of people in this world they're on go slow. They're like, huh, I don't feel like doing this shit. Fuck these people. And that's what's wrong, in my opinion, with a lot of people in this world is nobody has a sense of urgency anymore. Nobody cares. Nobody feels like doing something fast for someone and getting shit and getting it out of the way. They want to prolong it, make you wait, make you be patient, hate on you, just be a pain in the ass. It's just the way it is. You ain't never gonna get away from that shit. People are always gonna like make you wait, and you have to be super patient with everything in your life. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You have to make something. But you can also like when somebody says to you, "Are you gonna charge me?" and you say, "Well, wouldn't you?" You know, nothing's free in life. That's what you tell them. And then you say, "Look, I can say you can say to somebody, if I'm gonna charge you, what can you afford for my consultation fees?" You put that in there because they're asking. You put that on their plate, and then whatever it is, just remember you're making something. It might not be what you really want, but you'll make something out of it. And then when you gain that person's trust and you give that person, cheaper information, like how I do, people will always come back to you and help you and praise you and come back to help because a little bit is better than nothing. Yeah. But you should always put that payment in their minds, in their on their plate. It's just like this guy came to me and my friend, he says, I want to buy your jackhammer. I know what it's worth. And he gave me more than what I think it's worth. Because I said, what do you want to pay for it? And he said this. And I said, okay, yeah, sure. Because I know it's worth that price. But if he would have undermined him, I would have told him, hell no. And then if he would have said, well, what's your price? I would have told him mine. I always put everything in everybody else's plate. And then if you name a price that you're comfortable with, then I'll give it to you. But if I'm not comfortable, that's when I tell you what my price is, and then you're probably not going to want it. That's what I do. I always put everything on everybody else's plate. You're asking me how much something is. Well, what do you want? What can you afford? It's that simple. I even do it on here sometimes. Sometimes people say, look, I can't afford a question right now. I'm like suffering. And I'll be like, well, what can you afford? Nothing. Well, I said, well, if you can't afford anything, then I can't give you anything. Because if it was the other way around, how am I going to know if you would do it for me? Oh, it depends on who it is. If I know the person and I know they're good for it, and I know that, if they've gotten readings from me in the past, sure. But if some straggler comes in here, I'm going to be like, fuck you. I'm giving you shit. Because I don't know who you are. You can be disguised by someone else. But that's up to you, Lucky. Only you can determine what you want to do in that situation. And you got to remember, everybody's looking for the cheapest way out, which is not always the best way out. But people are always looking for the cheaper route. That's for sure. The cheaper route is always there. That's up to you. Only you can, determine that. Yeah. Well, I got good cards on it, so I'm sure if you help them, they'll help you. You're welcome, Lucky. Just keep in the meantime, just keep doing what you can. That's the best thing for you to do, in my opinion. Is to always do what you have to do. Don't depend on people. You gotta keep going. And whoever ends up helping you helps you. But don't depend on people's help, and don't get distracted by people doing stuff for you and you doing shit for them. Oh, that's good. You got to prove yourself to everyone, It's just a way of life. A lot of people think that someone isn't who they are because unfortunately we have to deal with fake shit all the time. But you can't depend on people. I don't depend on nobody. That's why I do what I got to do. I'll ask questions, just like my DJ stuff. I had to find out what equipment I need. How am I going to do it? I'm having a problem with that microphone. My nephew gave me that microphone there. I installed it yesterday and it's not working. It's not working through the program. So I've been trying to troubleshoot, figure it out, and it's not working. My nephew came over here. It's not working. So I have to figure out a way how it's going to work, but it has to go work through that program. But every time I try and hook it up, it doesn't work. So I'm gonna work on that later on today. Because I have to leave things alone. If it don't work, I leave it alone for a while and I come back to it. And I've watched a lot of videos online on how to make it work. So I'm trying to trying to sort it all out. It's a pain in the ass. It's a royal pain in the ass. I get irritated because I don't really like this digital shit. And it aggravates me because I don't really care to use this digital stuff. But I'm trying my best to like figure it out, try and make, everything work. But it's definitely a task. I'm gonna have to keep checking it to see if it'll work. But it's a pain in the ass. So I have to figure out how this is all gonna work. So if not, I'm gonna have to get a different connection or something. I'll figure it out. You'll be fine. Just take it one day at a time and try to do everything you can by yourself. That's all. I'm gonna go real quick because it looks like it's gonna rain, and I need to take those things out of the rain, out of the way, so it doesn't rain. I have this carpet outside, so I need to grab it before it rains, and then I'm gonna go feed my fish next door. I'm gonna go play around with this microphone, and I'll be back like probably after lunch. All right, Lucky, no problem. I'll be back in about maybe an hour or so. I'm gonna go do a few things before this rain comes. All right, cool.